Hi everyone, Alan Bauer here in Bay City, Michigan. And today what I want to talk about is the 7 things that you don't know about the top CTFO leaders. And when I'm talking about the top CTFO leaders, I'm talking about the people that have reached that first big milestone, like the 25,000 vice president level and above. And a lot of people when they come into this business, they want to join people that have already made it, and maybe some of you starting out too. There's a lot of people that they just look at you and they're like, yeah, whatever. It's like, I'm going to wait and see what you do first, and it sounds kind of silly. It sounds almost foolish, but a lot of people want to see what you're made of first. So a lot of people, they want to join those at the top. And the reason they do that, they think it's going to be easy. They think that the people at the very top have some kind of secret formula that they're only going to share with them. And so, like, if I join up under the top guy in the company, he's going to tell me, he or she's going to tell me exactly what to do. And boom, I'm going to be right up to 100K level, like instantly. So what is everybody else? Is that duplicatable though? How do you get there? How do you get to the top? Because once you're at the top, you have a ton of people that just want to join you because, you're famous now and you're at the top. And the higher the level you get up, the easier it does get on the recruiting. But how do you get there from the beginning when you're first starting out? So that's what I want to talk about today, because number one thing that you don't hear from the top leaders in CTFO is the struggles. And you see all the positivity and everybody's talking about how many thousands of people they have on their team and how great everything is and everything's sunshine and roses popping up all over. But what you don't hear about is the struggles, and there's some real struggles. I guarantee you every single person at the 25,000 level and above has had some serious struggles along the way. I know Karen and I have. We're at the 25,000 vice president level, and let me tell you about the struggles. And I'm going to make some income disclosures here, but I'm not exaggerating anything. I'm just going to tell you I like to keep everything out in the open and be real clear about everything. And this doesn't mean you're going to hit this kind of income. I mean, you could go much higher, you could go much lower, you may not make anything. So I'm not promising anything, anyone anything. It all really comes down to what's in your own mind, whatever you want to be. You can blow by us and pass us like we're standing still if you want to in this business, or you can sit there and just flounder. So I'm hoping that these are going to help you out here. So the struggles. So when Karen and I first came in, we made $82 or $82 or $86 our first week in the business. That was back in like January 25th, 2018, that first week there that we got the commission. So we're coming up on the 2-year mark here, and we kept watching the pay go up, and at the peak, 11 months later, we were up, like December 2nd, 2018, we're up to 25,000 vice president level. And at the peak, we've made like $1,600 a week. Now that sounds great, and it's like, how did you do that? Well, I'm going to get into that, but here's the other thing I want you to know too about the struggles. So we had to go through struggles as a company in CTFO. There was a website transition. We got hit with the whole visa processing thing. It wasn't just us. There was like 3,000 people. But, a lot of people want to blame it on CTFO. Oh, they can't even process visas and blah, blah, blah. So people bailed out. We stuck through it. And, we watched our peak pay go from about $1,600 a week. That got seriously cut down. At one point, we hit around $200 and some dollars a week. Now, I know some people out there, you're thinking, man, if I had $200 a week, I'd be throwing a party. I'd be super happy. That's like $800 a month. But when you're making $1,600 a week, and I know those that are way up above us, there's some people making much higher and they got their paycheck cut way down too. So what happened is, we've gone through these struggles, and then we've gone back up to about $800 a week right now. And again, whatever you make is going to be different. But the cool thing is we went through all those struggles, and looking back on it, we are set up right now. Had we not gone through those struggles, and it really sucked going through those struggles. Let me tell you, I mean, there was times I felt like quitting. I sat here, I had conversations with Karen, I talked to other leaders. I mean, everybody's had this through their mind, like, hey, is this company going to stay? But here's the thing, I really trusted the owners and the top leaders in the company of CTFO, and I talked to them, and the cool thing was they were very blunt and honest with us, and they talked us into staying, which was the best decision we've ever done. I mean, it would have been kind of stupid looking back now if we jumped out, because what did we have to lose? I mean, it doesn't cost anything to be in this business. You can just kind of hang out and do nothing. And we actually kind of did that for a period of time. And we watched everything drop, and now we've watched everything go back up. And we're almost into the year 2020, and now everything is like really set up for massive launch. I mean, like the website is there, the products are there. We have patented products no other company has, especially with the CBDa and the 10X. And I did a video on that the other day. You can search that on my YouTube channel, on the CTFO CBD Leverage Sales YouTube channel. But we are really set up, and I'm happy where we went through these struggles. Looking back, like, you never want to go through these struggles. You just want everything to go up. But looking back, it was one of the best things that ever happened. So when you see all these people that are up at the top, just remember, they have all gone through struggles. The people that are up higher than us have gone through bigger struggles than we have. So the higher the level you've gone up, really the more struggles that you've endured. And a lot of them that got up there, they may have struggled for years and years. We just went through the struggle for a few months. We had it pretty easy, but we hung out in it. So that's the number one thing. The number two is the fake it till you make it crowd. Now, fortunately, we don't have this issue at CTFO with the top leaders. We've had some people that came into this business pretending to be somebody they're not, and they're claiming, oh, we got thousands of people buy into this system, and you sit back on your butt and it does everything for you. And guess what? Most of them are out of the company today, or they're still off peddling their funnels and all this other stuff that doesn't work. If it really worked, they would be up there. So next time somebody tries to sell you some kind of traffic funnel or click funnel or something like that, ask them a question. How far are you with CTFO? If this really works, why don't you join up with CTFO? Sign up, tell them to sign up under me. Not like you, I mean, like yourself, just tell them to sign up under you and prove it. It's like, hey, it's free. Use your ClickFunnels traffic and show me how you make it all the way up to the top, and then I'll believe you. I'll jump on it with you. But the reason they don't is because it doesn't work. Their systems don't work. Or you'll see people in other companies, they want to pretend like they're this lavish, living this lavish, can't even talk today, this high lifestyle. And so they'll pose in front of a jet or something like it's their own personal jet, or they got this, sports car that they're posing, it's not even theirs, or they rented it or something, or they get some big house that they're renting, and they're trying to impress you with all the wealth and stuff. The problem is it's not duplicatable. All that does is put people into debt, and it's really dishonest. Now, I like to be very clear on everything. And like I said, you're going to hear some people out there claiming all these thousands of people, and you're thinking, man, I'm struggling just to get a few people, recruited. And like I said, I mentioned this before, but when I look at our back office, we have approximately like 7,000 people that shows our, what they call the PSPs, or profit sharing positions. That's basically just, it's kind of like after your fourth person, you recruit fourth person and above. It's like you get another U that signs up. It's just another pay point. So I don't really count those. So with counting everybody's pay points and everything, we have like 7,000 people. Now counting all of the actual people, not counting the pay points, we have about 4,000 people on our team. So it still sounds like a lot, and people are thinking, man, there's no way I can recruit that many. But when it comes down to it, I look at our active people, we had like 442 people. Out of that, we actually have 30 people. That's it. 30 direct people to us. Karen and I do 30 direct signups that are active. And then the other amazing thing is, out of those 30 people, 2 people on our team provide a little bit over half of our entire volume for the team. So it's just finding those key people. You're going to get a lot of people that come in, they're just tire kickers, they got the lotto mentality, they want to sign up, sit on their butt and not do anything. And then you have the other people that if they don't get rich in the first month or two, then they quit and they're off to the next MLM, and they jump around from one to the other, and they've been doing this for decades. So, they're always chasing that shiny marble out there waiting for the big payoff. So that brings me up to number 3 is the don't quit. And like I said, there was times where we felt like quitting, but the biggest thing is that you never quit. And that's the biggest problem I see with people. And we've had people leave our team. Now, we've had some of them come back, which I'm glad they did, because, okay, they dropped out. They said they quit, but you know what? They said, hey, I want to get back into this. It's like, okay, you're still signed up. Long as you didn't resign that position. Even if you did, it would be smart to come back in now, because all these bugs and problems are worked out. Doesn't mean we're going to be perfect everywhere going forward. No. But we are really set up for success going this point forward. Like I said, with all the patented products and the new marketing system and the app, the mobile app, and there's just so much cool stuff. We are set to be $1 billion company alone. And it's just, do you want to be there? You didn't miss it by signing, we're ahead a little bit by signing up 2 years ago. But if you're just getting into this today, you are at the ideal point, because there's so much stuff just came online that's getting ready to happen. It's almost like starting at the beginning of the company. It's like a relaunch of the company again, but and on steroid mode. So number 3 is don't quit. Number 4 is actually support each other. Now with the leadership, a lot of us, we didn't promote any negative stuff, down line. I talked to some of my close personals, leaders and stuff on this, on some of the negative stuff, because I like to be honest on everything. But I didn't want to be out there. I didn't want to be that complainer, like, oh, this sucks, I've got all this stuff happening. I don't know if the company's going to make it. I didn't want to be that negative Nelly or, Debbie Downer or whatever you call these people. I didn't want to be that negative person. But behind the scenes, we did talk about it. Like, hey, here's some real issues. But what we did it in a positive, constructive way. And we came up with solutions to bring up to the top and, to the very top leaders in CTFO, so they could implement those solutions. And they've done an awesome job of doing it. So the number 4 is to support each other. Keep that positive attitude, but don't be so phony that you can't talk about some issues that are going on, and be upfront with people. If there's an issue, like when the credit cards were down, we let people know. Just like right now, like with Canada, we still can't ship CBD to Canada, but we do have the non-CBD products. And people want to complain about CTFO and say, oh, when are they going to get it done? It's like, CTFO is doing everything they can. It's on Health Canada, and they move a little bit slower. It's a government, just like any other government. They take their time. They have no rush, They sit back and they take their time because they're all getting paid. They're not in any big hurry. So it will happen. It's just a question of when. So again, to support each other. Now here's where it gets really good, is you have to have a clear intent. Like Karen and I sat down and we've talked about what our ideal life looks like. Like, we may not be there right now, but some of the things that I'd like to see, and we both talked about, is I want to be my own boss. I don't like working for somebody. It's cool, and you can get paid good. And I understand doing it. I have a full-time job, and I'm on my lunch hour right now doing this. So just like anybody else or most people, I do have a full-time job. And I have to do that and then do the business in between. But I do want to be my own boss. I want to have a good work-life balance. Like, one of the big things Karen and I want to do is to be able to travel. And, I'd love to do this business full time, to where, we're up on vacation in the mountains and, we do shoot videos up there and show this great lifestyle. But again, what people have to remember are the struggles we went through to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. I want to do what I love, and I do love this business. This is something I'm very passionate about. I also want health, because if you don't have your health and you have all this money, what good is it? If you're laying up, sick and hurt and you can't move or do anything, it really kind of sucks. It's great you have money, but if you can't get out and enjoy life. So this company is really about health, and it is about wealth. So I want the money too, to have that time freedom also, where Karen and I we can travel around the U.S., we can travel around the world and do things, enjoy life, still do the business and promote it, go to other places, help people. That's the ultimate vision that I had for this. That's my clear intent on it. Number 6 is you have to be passionate, and you have to have that emotion behind it. And you really have to visualize the life you want. Like one of the things Karen and I are visualizing, we've talked a lot about, we want to take a vacation. We both really want to go to like Colorado Springs, more myself, like up in Manitou Springs. I want to go out there. I want to walk that incline. They have this big incline that you can climb up this mountain. They have the steps, and then you can go down the trail. I want to go up to Pikes Peak. I could just, when I visualize this, I mean, I'm feeling the emotions. Like I'm breathing in that fresh mountain air. I'm feeling the sunshine coming down on me. I feel that little cool breeze coming across. I can smell the trees and the shrubbery out there. I mean, I just like I'm actually living it. So that's another thing to help you reach the goal. And then finally, don't set a deadline for it. I know a lot of places teach you, they're like, well, write yourself a blank check, or write yourself a check for $1 million and hold on to that in your wallet and set it for, February 1st, 2020. Well, if you don't hit it, then it kind of sucks. If you still only got $1,000 in your bank account by then, you're like, oh, what good is this? And you give up on the goal. So does it really matter how long it takes? Say we hit it this year. Say we get to that point this year. Awesome. Let's say it takes us 5 years. Let's say it takes us 10 years to get there. We still get there. That's the important thing. So don't set a deadline, and just let life unfold as it does. You're going to take those actions along the way to do it, but no matter how long it takes, just stick with those goals. So again, I'm just going to recap real quick here. I know I'm going a little bit longer on this one, but the 7 things that the top leaders in CTFO that you don't know about, that they don't always tell you, are number 1, the struggles they've gone through. 2, they're not in the fake it till you make it crowd. They're actually doing real things. 3, don't quit no matter what. Don't ever quit. Number 4, support each other. Number 5, have clear intent. What you want your ideal life to look like, and write it down. Put it on paper. And number 6 is actually be passionate, feel that emotion, and visualize everything like you're actually living it. So you need to do that. And then finally, number 7, like I said, don't set a deadline. Just let it unfold. Keep doing things on a consistent basis to get you in that direction. So I know this is a little bit long, but I thought it was pretty important. Glad you stuck around to the end. Thanks, and I will talk to you tomorrow.